Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Jinger Duggar took pain medication after welcoming Felicity. I will never let them do that again. Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo released another episode of their podcast. This time, the couple talked about their marriage, Felicity Vuolo's ride home from the hospital after she was born, and more about their lives. Interestingly enough, the Counting On couple revealed that bringing Felicity home was complex. They even had to film them coming home after the couple had already arrived due to how Jinger felt after the over 2-hour drive home. Behind the scenes talk isn't something Jinger and Jeremy do often. They moved to a more curated life following the cancellation of Counting On and shared only what they wanted with their followers. Privacy is important to them, especially where their daughters are concerned. Jinger is expecting their third child, and followers are waiting for a gender reveal video. However, watching Jinger talk about her experience leaving the hospital after welcoming Felicity was interesting, especially given how she explained things. Jinger Duggar talks about being given hard drugs. Jinger Duggar revealed that she avoids taking medication except for ibuprofen when needed. However, because Jinger and Jeremy Vuolo welcomed Felicity in San Antonio, Texas, they had a long drive home to Laredo. The doctor advised Jinger to take something to be more comfortable. She thought it would be similar to ibuprofen. She said, "They gave me some serious, like hard. I was gonna say hard drugs. That wasn't the case, though." The Counting On star felt sick when she got in the car, and her symptoms worsened as they drove home. They were so bad that she asked the camera crew to shut things down. Jinger continued, "I sat in the car with the AC blasting, and I was just so sick, and I felt shaky. I felt horrible. And to this day, I don't know what that medicine was they gave me, but I will never let them do that again." Jinger Duggar gets emotional. The Counting On couple touched on multiple topics during their podcast, including Josh Duggar and how his choices affected their marriage. Everything about the family was public, but when the 2015 scandal broke, they weren't even courting yet. They didn't begin to court until December 2015 and married in November 2016. They weathered the first scandal together, but the CSAM revelations and what happened with them were more taxing. Jeremy Vuolo issued a statement condemning his brother-in-law, saying more than most of the siblings did. The couple's life has changed a lot over the last 8 years, and there will likely be more changes as they continue. Jinger Duggar took pain medication after welcoming Felicity. I will never let them do that again. Jinger Duggar Vuolo has long been a figure of fascination for fans and critics alike, her life seemingly a blend of fairytale romance and controversial family drama. Born into the ultra-conservative Duggar family, stars of the TLC reality series 19 Kids and Counting, Jinger has often been praised for charting her own course. However, in a recent candid revelation, Jinger shared a harrowing story about her experience with pain medication after the birth of her first child, Felicity, that left fans stunned. The ordeal began on a sweltering July afternoon in 2018 when Jinger went into labor with her daughter. After enduring a labor lasting more than 18 hours, Felicity Nicole Vuolo made her grand entrance into the world. But what should have been a moment of pure joy and relief quickly turned into an experience Jinger would never forget for all the wrong reasons. The highs and lows of birth. Jinger had approached childbirth with an open mind but a cautious heart. Raised in a family that championed natural remedies and limited medical interventions, her decision to give birth in a hospital rather than at home was already considered unconventional by Duggar standards. Jinger, however, wanted the reassurance of modern medicine and the safety net of professional care. Felicity's birth was beautiful, Jinger shared in her memoir. It was hard, but every contraction brought me closer to meeting my baby girl. The moment I held her in my arms, I felt a love I'd never known before. It was like the whole world disappeared, and it was just me, Jeremy, and Felicity. Yet, that momentary bliss was soon overshadowed by complications. Jinger suffered a significant tear during delivery, a common occurrence in first-time births. The medical team quickly recommended pain management to help her recover. Still reeling from the exhaustion of labor and overwhelmed by the whirlwind of emotions, Jinger agreed to take the prescribed medication without hesitation. An unexpected reaction. "I didn't think twice about it," Jinger admitted. "The nurses assured me it would help with the pain, and I trusted them. I just wanted to be able to enjoy those first few days with my daughter without being in agony." But instead of providing relief, the medication left Jinger feeling disconnected and unlike herself. "At first, I thought it was just the exhaustion from labor, but the more I took the pills, the more I felt like I was floating outside my body. I couldn't focus on anything. I felt numb not just physically but emotionally. It was terrifying." Jinger's husband, Jeremy Vuolo, noticed the change almost immediately. "Jeremy could tell something wasn't right," she recalled. "He kept asking if I was okay, but I didn't even have the energy to answer. I felt like I was slipping away." The couple decided to call the hospital, and Jinger was advised to stop taking the medication and switch to over-the-counter pain relievers. Within a day, the fog began to lift, but the experience left a lasting mark on Jinger. "I couldn't believe how quickly it took hold of me. It was like I wasn't in control of my own body or mind." The Duggar family's influence. Jinger's aversion to medical intervention is deeply rooted in her upbringing. The Duggar family's patriarch, Jim Bob Duggar, and matriarch, Michelle Duggar, have long promoted natural remedies and home births as part of their faith-based lifestyle. Many of Jinger's siblings, including her sister Jill, have shared their own stories of home births and holistic care. For Jinger, stepping outside of her family's practices was an act of quiet rebellion. "I didn't want to take unnecessary risks," she explained. "I knew that giving birth in a hospital didn't mean I was any less strong or faithful. It just felt like the right choice for me and Felicity." However, her experience with pain medication only reinforced some of the cautionary tales she'd heard growing up. "There was always this underlying message in our family that modern medicine could do more harm than good. After what I went through, I understand why my parents were so wary." Moving forward. The birth of her second daughter, Evangeline Jo, in November 2020 was a vastly different experience for Jinger. This time, she approached the delivery with a clear plan and an unshakable resolve. "I told my doctor upfront, no strong pain meds. I don't want anything that could make me feel like I did after Felicity." I was determined to stay in control. Despite her fears, Evangeline's birth went smoothly, and Jinger was able to recover with minimal intervention. "It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I felt like myself the entire time, and I was able to be fully present for those first precious moments with my baby." Jinger's experience has also inspired her to speak out about the importance of self-advocacy in medical settings. "I've learned that it's okay to ask questions and say no. Just because something is standard practice doesn't mean it's the right choice for you. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid to speak up." The bigger picture. Jinger's story has sparked a larger conversation about the complexities of pain management and postpartum recovery. For many women, the choice to use pain medication during or after childbirth is a deeply personal decision influenced by a myriad of factors, from cultural beliefs to past experiences. Experts in maternal health emphasize the importance of individualized care. Every woman's experience with childbirth is unique, says Dr. Amanda Lee, an obstetrician specializing in postpartum care. What works for one person may not work for another. The key is to provide options and support without judgment. Jinger's openness about her struggles has resonated with countless women who have faced similar challenges. Her story serves as a reminder that even in the most joyous moments, it's okay to acknowledge the hard parts and seek help when needed. Breaking the cycle. Jinger's willingness to share her story is emblematic of her broader journey toward independence and self-discovery. Over the years, she has distanced herself from many of the rigid expectations of her upbringing, choosing instead to forge her own path alongside her husband and daughters. Being a mom has taught me so much about strength and resilience, Jinger reflected. I've learned that it's okay to question things, to make mistakes, and to grow. My girls are my biggest motivation to keep pushing forward and breaking cycles. As for her experience with pain medication, Jinger is clear about one thing: I will never let them do that again. But I'm grateful for what it taught me about myself, about motherhood, and about the importance of listening to your own voice. In the end, Jinger's journey is one of triumph, not just over the physical challenges of childbirth but over the societal and familial pressures that have shaped her life. Her story is a testament to the power of choice and the courage it takes to chart your own course, even when the waters are uncharted.